We're now joined by Elizabeth Dionne. She's been here before. She's a selectman up in the North Shore, town of Belmont, and she's a really accomplished attorney, really wonderful woman, mom as well, married with children. But she's running to be our state treasurer. She's the Republican nominee for treasurer, and we got some big news. If you're a state employee, a retired teacher, a gonna-be retired teacher, state employee, Elizabeth's got some important news about your pension. Good morning. Thanks for holding, Elizabeth. I appreciate it.
Hey, Chris. A pleasure to be back with you. Thank you for having me on. I want to start by thanking two of our public workers unions, the SEIU and NAGE, because what is going on is egregious, and it hurts state workers, it hurts taxpayers, and we really need their help to highlight this threat to the state pension fund. So I just want to start it. I want to give a shout out to the union because it's really important that they raise this issue for us. So to explain, stepping back, one of the things that I say about the treasurer frequently is it's the most powerful job in Massachusetts that people don't know enough about.
Right.
And that's why I'm running to be the taxpayers' treasurer. And what is going on right now, the money grab on Beacon Hill, is exactly why we need voters to fire Deb Goldberg to hire me, because nobody's watching the fox in the hen house right now. So to explain what happened, the governor has proposed something called the Mass Wins Act, which is a ridiculous name because Mass doesn't win. The state workers lose, the taxpayers lose, but the politicians win. Mm-hmm. And what she has proposed is there's a $120 billion state pension fund, and that's one of the many things the treasurer oversees is this pension fund. It really matters because state workers don't get Social Security. All they get is this pension fund. And if it's not fully funded, either they go without or taxpayers have to make up the difference. And right now there's a $33 billion hole in this $121 billion pension fund that every retired state worker relies on, and that we as taxpayers have promised they would receive. So the governor wants to take $100 million from this fund and have it available to give to her cronies or her favored companies. So the only people who win are the politicians and their cronies. And the unions are upset. I'm upset. Every taxpayer should be upset.
We're speaking with Elizabeth Dionne. She's the Republican nominee for state treasurer. You're going to see her on the ballot in November. So, Elizabeth, explain to people what your credentials are and the fact that this is an unbelievable power grab that jeopardizes all these quite frankly, loyal Democrats' votes, teachers, public employees, and their union leadership has even disagreed with the governor who they endorsed. Yes. Talk about your credentials, though, Elizabeth, to be state treasurer.
So I have spent the last 10 years as a local elected official in Belmont, where I gained a reputation as a relentless reformer. I worked across the aisle because local government issues are nonpartisan or bipartisan. Potholes aren't red or blue. They just want to be fixed. Right. So I worked hard for 10 years. First, town meeting, then the finance committee, then as chair of the community preservation committee, and then as a select board member, where as chair I enacted a lot of financial and spending reforms. One of those reforms that took me 7 years, and this is one of many reasons why I am qualified to be your next taxpayers treasurer, is that there are 100 local pension funds in Massachusetts. There's the state fund, which is about $121 billion, but there are a lot of these little local funds. We did an analysis and learned that over the 35-year period of our local fund, we had lost $10 million in investment returns because our local fund had higher expenses and lower returns. So again, I worked for 7 years to finally get our fund fully invested in the state fund, because if we get better returns, then our retirees are protected and our taxpayers don't have to make up that difference. Right. But I didn't work for 7 years to fully invest in the state system just to turn around and have the governor try to rate it. Right. And the reason she's rating it, there's two reasons. First of all, spending's out of control. She has done nothing to rein in the state budget, which has grown significantly under her watch. But the second reason is Massachusetts has a terrible business environment right now. Businesses are not coming here, and established businesses are leaving. And they're leaving not because the governor can't throw money at her favored businesses. They're leaving because we are overregulated and we're too expensive. So the way to fix this is not to raid the pension fund. It's not to take hard-earned money from taxpayers and from state retirees. It's to get a pencil out and tighten the belt of the state budget. There is plenty of money in the state budget. If she wants to throw money at her cronies, fine. Right. But do not raid the state pension fund to do it.
We're speaking with Elizabeth Dionne. She's running for state treasurer. If people want to get involved with your campaign, how do they do that, Elizabeth?
Thank you for asking. We need involvement. Please go to my website, which is votedionne.com, votedionne.com. Sign up to volunteer, sign up to receive our notices, and most importantly, please donate in any amount. This is a winnable race. We just got incredible survey data back. The treasurer has a terrible record, and when we educate voters about her record, I beat her easily. But we have to raise the money to get this message out. And again, it is time to return affordability and transparency to Beacon Hill, and that is why I'm running.